The chatbot is not too different from the request and response that you can see over here on this section, because that's really what it's doing. It's asking a question and then it's being responded with. But this is really where the magic of an NLP or like the GPT-3 machine learning model comes into play, because the next question, so here, notice I said, what does a choose function do? And it explained what a choose function did. Then I simply say, give me an example. So what it's actually sending back in this second request is all of this. So all of this information becomes part of the question. That's why I can say, give me an example. And it knows that I'm talking about an example of what? The choose function, right? So the more you ask the questions, the deeper you get into the conversation. This is an example of fine tuning. You could fine tune with a million different prompts to make your answers more precise, or you could just fine tune in the conversation here. So let's say, for example, this was a chatbot that was built right into the FileMaker application. So anytime somebody got stuck, they could just open up the bot and ask it some questions. And it could even take, functions out of here and create calcs for them if they want to. Like you could prompt it to say, go create that field for me or something. Let's take a look at how this would work. So we do FileMaker Chatbot, and I'll highlight what I'm asking it in green, for example. I hit send. It tells me that there's, these various different types. There's specifically 4 types. You can kind of see at what version of FileMaker this is stuck. So I'm going to ask it now, what does onLayoutEnter do? So now you see what I'm doing is I'm actually going from what script trigger options are there down to now I'm fine tuning my line of prompts by saying, what does onLayoutEnter do? So now here as an example, I could simply say, can you provide an example use case? And at this point in our return, you see that an example use case of onLayoutEnter, because I've fine-tuned this conversation through prompts. So this is an example of a FileMaker chatbot. You can see a couple other examples, even some nice salutations at the end. This could really be something that somebody is logged into throughout the course of their entire FileMaker development experience.